Wearing pants and Crocs, honey. I feel like I'm about to go fighting. I feel like I'm backstage. Hi.
Wow. Oh my God.
Do I keep my Crocs on? Oh, this is really nice. Whoa, it's metal.
So metal.
So metal.
Hello, and welcome to Grave Conversations, the only show where your favorite celebrities get to lie down. I am your host, David Dastmalchian. Today's guest is someone that we hope lives for a very, 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 very long time. She's a comedian, actress, paranormal investigator who began her career as a literal clown and somehow ended up here. You know her from Living for the Dead on Hulu and her podcast, Ghosted, which I am a big fan of. Please welcome the amazing Roz Hernandez, whose new audiobook, Peeing in an Empty Bottle, I love your title so much, is debuting now. Peeing in an Empty Bottle by Roz Hernandez. Roz, thanks for being here with me today. How are you doing over there in your bone burrito?
Oh my God, my bone burrito? Is that what you said? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've had a bone burrito before, but it was a little different than this.
That's fair.
But I am a big fan of this. It's so comfy. Titan caskets. I'll have to remember that one day.
Is this your first time in a casket?
Believe it or not, yes. Is this the one that Matthew Lillard was in?
He has lain within that casket. You can still smell his musk. Roz, we're very excited to have you here with us.
Aw, thanks.
Are you ready to answer the unanswerable?
Okay.
This first segment is called Questions You Need to Answer Before You Die, or as a Prius trying to start in winter sounds like, quintabit. Isn't there something deeply humiliating about struggling with an umbrella?
I think there is, now that I think about it. I mean, I haven't had too many problems, and maybe this is my privilege speaking, but when it comes to umbrellas, they've always opened for me.
Well, you have that gift.
I guess, but yeah, I can imagine if it's not opening, that's pretty embarrassing. What a loser.
Have you ever had a cashier ask, "Big plans tonight?" and then felt completely unequipped to answer?
You know, I'm not that friendly, to be honest with you. So I usually just go, not really. You know, it's not good improv, but I don't go to the Albertsons to do UCB. You know, so sometimes I'm there and they're like, "What are you up to tonight?" And I'm like, "Nothing." Scene's over.
Scene.
But,
You're an Albertsons gal?
You know, personally, I'm a Sprouts.
Oh, love a Sprouts.
Love a Sprouts. Big fan of Sprouts. Big fan of their instant coffee, which makes a lot of people I know, the thought of that makes them.
No. I grew up, I worked in a nursing home as a kid, but I also grew up with Senka. Remember Senka?
Yeah. You know, I never had that, but.
Just crystals?
Ooh, crystals.
Yeah.
I do like just anything crystally.
Where'd you grow up?
Michigan.
Okay, I grew up in Kansas. We had Piggly Wiggly too. That was our grocery store.
Piggly Wiggly.
Isn't that an awesome name for a grocery store?
Piggly Wiggly and the bone burrito.
If someone says, interesting,
Yeah.
after you tell a story, what feelings bubble up?
That question's interesting.
Fuck.
That right there. That's my answer.
Fuck. What's the most irrational thing you've ever become instantly annoyed by?
The most irrational thing? See, I feel like it's all rational if I'm annoyed by it. I would say billboards. Sometimes I see a billboard and I'm like, why is your face up there and not mine? I just sometimes get real jealous when I see like a lawyer with a billboard. Or like, do you know that lady that it's like her and a dog? It's in LA. These people know. There's like, I think, is she a lawyer?
I think she's insurance. Maybe she's a lawyer. I
She's
think
either
she's
a lawyer or
insurance.
insurance, and it's her and her dog. And
Is it Adriana?
no, it's not her. It's
Okay.
somebody else. We have a lot of stars.
We do. We have Billboard stars.
We have Billboard stars
got-
in LA.
What's the guy's
Well,
name? Like Sad Tony or something?
James.
Sweet James. Sad Tony. Sweet James and Sad Tony.
James is a big deal in
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Big deal. He's
And
running
all the
for
way
mayor.
out to like Vegas, you can still see Sweet James billboards.
I mean, what a nickname. I love it.
well, he's Sweet James.
He's Sweet James.
But yeah, that dog defended me in court, and it did not go well.
Roz, have you ever exited a group chat?
Yeah.
Was it dramatic?
Well, I don't know because I left. So, but I do have one friend in particular that loves a group chat, and she's always trying to start a new group chat. And what I do is I do the thing where you no longer get the notifications. So you know what I mean? Like you like silence that chat. So I'm still in it, but I'm
But
like
it's silent, yeah.
my
You
phone
muted
cannot
it.
be blowing
or
up
muting
right
the
now.
notifications.
Exactly.
Roz Hernandez, where is the line between vintage and old thing you found in a garage?
Vintage to me implies overpriced. And something you found in a garage implies free. You know, I love like a vintage store, but everything is really expensive, and it takes out the fun of the looking for the journey.
Yes,
you
yes,
know?
yes.
My Midwestern parents still do garage sales. They did one like last week. I was on the phone with them, and I'm listening to them. Like my mom, I'm on the phone with my mom. She's talking to this lady. The lady's like, "Would you do $1 on this?" And my mom's like, "No, I can't. It's $2." Mom, who gives a shit at that point?
We're gonna haggle.
Give it to
Yeah.
them. We're all going to die. We all have this in common. None of us know what happens when we die. And there's just a lot of fun in the mystery. I identify as an ally to spooky, to dead people, to goths, but I prefer color and being alive.
If someone says, we should definitely grab dinner sometime, what percentage of the time do they mean it?
In Los Angeles, not a good chance. But I do think other places people are more of their word. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little guilty of saying that.
Sure.
I've said it a time or two.
We should totally get dinner.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, the last time I saw you, you were like, we should totally get dinner. And guess what? You never invited me for dinner.
You're lying. Don't lie to these people.
What's a hobby that immediately makes somebody seem like they have their life together?
Is hiking a hobby?
Sure.
I feel
Totally.
like hiking means people have their shit together.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that where it's like they're actually like getting exercise.
Tennis.
Sailing.
I'm like, you're
Oh my
there's-
God. Well, you have to have money to be able to sail, I
They
think.
have, yeah. They have their shit together or they were just born with it.
Yeah.
What do you think ghosts smell like?
I think ghosts are just like the invisible dead version of any human person. So I think the way that you smell when you're alive is how you smell when you're dead.
Have you ever smelled a ghost?
I don't know. You know, I'm very skeptical about ghosts.
I know.
People think that I am like, I don't know, a psychic or.
No, you're the necessary person in the conversation who's going to be like, prove it.
Yeah, I want proof.
You've performed in haunted theaters.
Well, first of all, I don't trust a theater that's not haunted. Every theater is a little bit haunted. But I'm sorry, what was your question?
Oh,
We should get dinner sometime.
let's get dinner. Have you ever had an experience in a theater where you're like, maybe?
Yeah, there's been so many. Well, there's this really great place in Silver Lake in Los Angeles called Casita del Campo, which is a Mexican restaurant. But in the basement, there's a small theater. And it's where they do a lot of campy drag comedy shows. And I've done a lot of shows down there, and people are very convinced that it's haunted down there. I don't really know how many experiences I've had down there, but people that I trust have had many. And it feels like it would be haunted. It feels like a fun place to haunt, to be honest.
It's a fun place. I've had some fun nights at that spot, but I never knew that it had a lore around it. You've had so many cool conversations with people. Is there one that stands out, like a story that somebody's shared with you at some point that genuinely scared you?
You've told good stories. I mean, you're just such an expert storyteller, and you've told me some good ones.
We talked about the aliens. We talked about the specters. Yeah, we've had some good chats, good spooky story chats. Yeah, and I've had some really weird, unexplained things happen. I mean, life is so freaking mysterious and weird already. But I've certainly had some interesting ones.
I mean, it's crazy how often people are like, when is David Dastmalchian coming back on the show? Like, people are obsessed with you, period. But you telling ghost stories, I
would love to make this happen. Now, you've said that you want to make the paranormal funny and queer. Do those two things come naturally together, or did you have to find the overlap?
Well, that's why I got into all this. I mean, I'm a stand-up comedian, and I was just kind of like, I needed something to talk about on a podcast. And so I was like, I like talking about ghosts, and I love hearing ghost stories. So then I kind of got into it that way. But I also was a fan of ghost hunting shows and just all of it, books, documentaries, whatever. And I felt like everybody took it so seriously. And I'm like, there needs to be, I don't know, some more color and some more queerness. And there's so much opportunity for funny in all of this. I mean, we're all going to die. We all have this in common. None of us know what happens when we die. And there's just a lot of fun in the mystery. So, I don't know, I kind of was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll make that content then, because that's what I want to watch. So,
and you did it, and it's amazing.
Thank you. And I do think that there's a lot of opportunities for queerness and comedy and just glamour, and everything I love, I think, fits into that world for sure. I love Space Mountain. They take that photo at the end, and I'm gonna be like,
dead Roz.
Honestly, so comfortable, so peaceful. It was not scary to me at all.
Well, thank you. I love what you do. I love who you are. And now it's time to get real here on Grave Conversations.
Finally.
I know, it's about time. We want to normalize conversations about death and dying. Are you ready to talk about end-of-life celebrations, funeral planning, among other dead things?
Please.
Great. It's a little segment that we like to call Death Wish. Roz, have you ever, on any of your adventures, truly felt like you were maybe going to die?
Yeah. Okay, next question.
Okay.
No, just kidding. Well, let's see here. I've died on stage many times, but there was a time when I was on the freeway and this car, it cut me off and stopped, just parked. And I was going 80 or so. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to hit it. So then I without even looking, went into the other lane, and there was a semi that was coming in that lane. And then all of a sudden it moved right when I moved. It was so scary. I thought I was gonna die.
That's a Final Destination moment. Narrowly averted.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Final Destination.
When you do die, do you want to be buried, cremated, or something else entirely?
There's a part of me that wants to be embalmed and just be on display.
Sure.
It depends at what point in my life and how much work I've had done at that point. and how good the work is, and if the work that I get done on me is maintaining. But if it happened in more recent times, I would be like, yeah, embalm me, put me, oh my God, they should put me in like a gay bar. You know how like in churches sometimes they'll have like
The bone of like the finger of a saint or something?
yes.
They could have the full Roz.
Listen, I got 10 fingers. We can give a finger
For
to everyone.
Sure. Can humans be taxidermied?
I'm willing to find out.
Let's try it. If you had to describe death using only a sound effect, what would it be? And why is it that one?
That could be a good sound. That can be a bad sound. That could be it's a sign of...
Full spectrum.
Yeah.
I like it. How often do you think about your own death, let's say, in an average week?
Well, I'm not scared of death.
That's nice.
I say. I do think, now listen, when I started all of this, I was just some silly comedian talking about ghosts. And as I've had so many conversations, it kind of makes me not afraid of death. And that's probably the most significant thing that has come from my life of talking about ghosts and trying to make it funny and whatever, is like, I've just had all these conversations about people talking to loved ones from the other side, or there's so many different stories that I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound that bad. Like, I think it's okay. So I'm not scared. I think about it often because I'm like, I'm setting myself up for a lot of ghost hunters that are gonna wanna talk to me when I'm dead. And it's like, babe, I don't wanna talk to you now. So I'm hoping that nobody's gonna be contacting me. You can just like, I'm giving you guys a lot of content. I've answered all the questions, or at least that's what I'm doing now. So when I'm passed, just, listen to my old podcasts.
All the answers are there. I gave you all the answers. You just weren't listening.
I gave you guys the
You guys weren't
answers.
listening. You weren't paying attention. You didn't listen in class. If you had to die in an interesting way, what would it be?
Okay, I've thought about this. I love Space Mountain. So I say
Death at Disney.
Space Mountain at Disneyland. It's like you're going into like the stars, and like as you're accelerating, give me my lethal injection, and as soon as it's like, and here we go, and then it's like going crazy, then the last thing I see is blasting off into the stars, and then I'm just, there'll end up being like they take that photo at the end, and I'm gonna be like,
Dead Roz. That poor person that lifts the safety latch at the end of the ride.
not my problem.
Do you imagine your death as something quiet or something? Well, I guess that's kind of quiet. I was gonna say, is it something quiet or dramatic? But that was your, if you could. What about death? Something quiet or is it something dramatic?
Wow, I don't like doing anything quiet, to be honest.
Make it dramatic.
Yeah, I think it has to be a little bit dramatic.
On that,
I mean, it's your final.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
That's the curtain call, baby.
Yeah, you gotta really give it up.
What's your funeral gonna be like?
I feel like it's gotta be funny somehow. Like, I do not like the thought of, at least for me, my funeral being a sad thing. I like the celebration of life thing. I want people to tell funny stories about me. I want people to roast me or whatever. Like, I think that that's fun. I want to be remembered for the fun times.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that the invitation for my funeral will be that photo that they take on Space Mountain.
Dead Roz.
Where I'm like,
Yeah.
And then I want everyone to wear a clip-on bangs. Maybe maybe just one Ouija board session. Just to, how it's like, text me and let me know you made it home. Like one of those kinds of things.
Just send a message, let me know you made it.
And I'll just be like, guys, just so you know, I am dead. I'll tell them that on the Ouija board.
Because you've spent so much time talking to people about all of this stuff, has any of it, as the skeptic you are, actually changed what you personally believe about this stuff?
You know, I try to keep an open mind always, but there's some things that I'm like, okay, I've heard this one enough, where I'm starting, you know, it's hard not to kind of come up with a little bit of an idea for a plausible explanation. For example, I think that being a ghost, like, there's a difference to me between a ghost that's like haunting a place and like when someone says, "Oh, my loved one visited me in a dream," or something. Like, I think those are different. I think it's different. It's similar, but I do think that the ones that are stuck in a place, I think it's because they're not at peace for whatever reason. They're not ready to like move on, go to the light, Caroline. Like, I don't know what it is. I think sort of sometimes it kind of feels sad, and it's kind of like, you know, these people that are like wanting to relive high school or something. It's like, babe, move on, you know?
Move on, let it go.
Yeah.
Going back to the comedy just really quick, I wanted to ask, your dad was a clown. Did that fact have an impact or shape like how you approach comedy, but also like dark and scary things? Because I think of clowning as like, you know, performers that deal with joy, absurdity, bigness.
But a lot of people don't. A lot of people are like,
Terrified of clowns?
yeah.
I know.
That poor man. I know. His business really went out of business because of how scary people found clowns. But when I was a kid, he was a clown a lot. And, well, first of all, I've always loved colors and makeup and wigs and like, and being funny and bringing joy to people. Like, I love all of that from the clowning. But also people that are misunderstood. You know, a clown, especially these days, is seen as being like terrifying.
Yeah.
But I do think that naturally they're not meant to be. They're meant to be quite the opposite.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that I always related to. I mean, I love clowns.
Yeah.
I'm such a fan of clowns. Anytime I see a clown figurine or something, like, I just love it so much. I'm not ready to die yet, but when the day comes, I know exactly what it's going to feel like to lay there and have a room full of people take great care of me.
Well, thank you for opening up with us today. We are going to abruptly transition from death to life, because this is a segment that we call Living for This, where my guests get an opportunity to talk about stuff that maybe you're working on or that you've got coming out, anything personally, professionally, spiritually that makes you feel alive right now.
I'm so excited about my audio book. It's called Peeing in an Empty Bottle and Other Glamorous Shenanigans of an Almost Famous Transgender Comedian on the Road. And it's about, in 2025, I did a completely self-produced tour to mainly LGBT establishments to do stand-up. I did 50 shows, and I drove myself, and I booked everything myself. And, you know, I'm trans in America, and I'm also trying to bring joy to people and find humor in life. And so it's a memoir about that experience of being a transgender comedian in America and chasing my dreams and not putting them on hold. And it's an audiobook, but it also has actual audio clips from interviews of people I met along the way. So different local trans performers and drag queens and club owners and all kinds of people, just sort of seeing how they're doing with the current America. And then, also my YouTube show where I go ghost hunting in haunted hotel rooms with guys that I meet on Grindr. And that is called Roz Hernandez, the Haunted Doll. I want to be really famous on Instagram. It's been my dream since childhood. So that's at Roz Hernandez. And you can find everything there.
Amazing. Peeing in an empty bottle.
Oh yeah, there's stories
The
behind
new
that
audiobook.
title.
You should go listen to it right now. I'm talking to you, watcher. Thank you. Thank you for being here on Grave Conversations with me, my friend. Before we dramatically throw a handful of dirt on this interview, I do have one final thing I would like to ask you to do. We would be very honored if you would give us your own eulogy. It'll be funnier when you see the graphic. When I say die, you'll have 60 seconds to give yourself your own eulogy. Make sure that you hit the big stuff, but don't forget the small stuff. Medium stuff is also super important. There's no pressure. You take a deep breath, and 3, 2, 1, die.
Roz Hernandez. Well, first of all, she wrote an 8.5-hour memoir about herself, so there's very little left to say. She was mainly bangs, but she was also someone that just wanted to make people feel good and feel seen. She always felt like she should be on a billboard. She always wanted you to have dinner with her. She's sorry that that never happened, but she might have dinner with each and every one of you on the other side. Amen.
Amen. Billboards all over Hollywood. The Angeline of our time. I want billboards of myself now.
Well, the damn dog is taking up all of them.
Fucking dog. Roz, thank you again.
Oh my God, thank you.
And I can't wait to listen to peeing in an empty bottle. Now, always remember, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Well,
David? Okay, well, I have to pee, actually, speaking of my audiobook title. I don't have any empty bottles. I never thought that I would get to be in a casket next to David Dastmalchian. I learned how to say his last name.